An interstate accident in Georgia takes the life of an Oxford woman.
Homeschoolers will get some special classes this fall, and fishy fun awaits children Saturday at a local lake.
A mostly dry day across East Alabama on Friday, but more rain chances for the weekend. We'll have the complete forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, we're covering the Calhoun County Football Media Day from the Anniston Country Club. We have more on this in just a minute as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
An Oxford woman was killed Wednesday afternoon in a two-vehicle accident on Interstate 20 near Temple, Georgia. Channel 5 News in Atlanta reports that 39-year-old Brandy Rogers was driving a white Honda car when it ran into the back of a tractor-trailer truck on the interstate. She was pronounced dead at the scene of the accident. The crash, which happened just after 4 p.m. Eastern Time, closed all westbound lanes just past the Carrollton Street exit. Traffic was diverted off of I-20 to State Route 61, and the backup extended east of the Tyson Road overpass. US 78, which runs parallel to I-20, was also backed up through Bremen, with drivers seeking an alternate route. The cause of that crash remains under investigation.
When we come back, young anglers are invited to a special event this weekend.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
There will be a catch and release kids fishing rodeo on Saturday afternoon from 3 until 6 at McClellan's Lake Yahoo Park. Children will be allowed to fish for free at the event so long as a parent or guardian signs one of the liability release forms that will be at the setup table. If the parent or guardian would like to fish as well, that person will need to buy a $5 fishing license. For additional information, call 256-473-7050.
The Anniston Museum of Natural History will be offering monthly classes starting this fall for local children who are being homeschooled. The theme of the program is Exploring the Natural World. It will center on a different topic each month. Science is the primary focus, with geography and history added when applicable. Artifacts, hands-on experiments, and activities are all part of each class. The programs will be offered on the second Thursday of the month and will be divided into two classes. That's one for ages 6 through 8 and another for ages 9 through 12. Those classes will be taught from 1 until 2:30 p.m. The first lesson on carnivorous plants will begin on September 12th, and the fall session will run through December the 12th. The spring session runs from February the 13th through May the 8th, and will include such topics as animals in fables and art, animal communication of insects, and plant and animal adaptations. Pre-registration is required. The class fee is due at the time of registration. Class size will not exceed 20 students. Registration begins August 18th, and for more information, you can go to exploreamag.org.
When we return, local veterans say thank you to an area police department.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Tuesday evening, American Legion Post 111 in Oxford showed their appreciation to the Oxford Police Department for the aviation unit's flyover at this year's Armed Forces ceremony. Veteran Mason Love was the speaker at the Armed Forces event, and Post 111 members Frederick Franklin and Sean Anchorage presented a plaque and certificate to members of the aviation unit. A pretty day today. I didn't see too much rain, cloud cover.
Beginning to feel a bit more like summer.
It certainly is.
The temperature is rising a bit, but hey, it is, after all, still July, so maybe we ought to expect that.
Temperatures along with humidity.
Yes, that's true too.
John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to give us the weekend forecast. John?
Mike and Katie, showers and thunderstorms returning back to the forecast for East Alabama for the weekend. We will have the complete weekend forecast next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Less numerous showers and thunderstorms and more sunshine today led to warmer temperatures across East Alabama. 86 for the high today. A little bit warmer than it has been, still below the normal for this time of year. Right at our normal low this morning at 71. Record high temperature 100 degrees and the record low at 56. We're going to sunrise tomorrow at 5:53 and we're going to set the sun tonight at 7:48 on your Friday night. Here's your Friday night weather on your street on Post Oak Road in Alexandria. A few showers possible out there. Not much to deal with tonight. Only about a 1 in 3 chance of a shower with temperatures tonight bottoming out at around 70 degrees. For the weekend, today we only had about a 1 in 3 chance of a shower. That's going to change. Tomorrow we're going to double that to about 60% on Ledbetter Road down in the city of Munford. Afternoon showers mainly tomorrow. Continued warm, 87 for the high on your Saturday afternoon. Looking ahead to next week, there are some changes coming to the forecast. The big thing you'll notice is temperatures rising. You might want to get into Babbling Brook out in Piedmont on Babbling Brook Road next week because the temperatures are about to be on the rise. Will we have a chance of rain every day? Yes, but temperatures are going to rise from the 80s early in the week to 90s by the middle part of next week here in East Alabama. That brings us to our 7-day forecast, and you'll see again very high rain chances coming up for the next 2 or 3 days. 60% tomorrow, 80% again on Sunday and Monday. That will keep temperatures holding in the 80s once again. Another day like that on Tuesday, 60% chance of rain with temperatures holding in the 80s. But for the first time in a couple of weeks, we're going to forecast some 90-degree temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Nighttime lows in the low 70s. This is more typical summertime weather for Alabama to end July and begin the month of August with afternoon showers and thunderstorms more isolated and temperatures back up about where they should be in the 90s all across East Alabama. Let's take a look now at lightning again. Every day here in East Alabama, we have lightning with these showers and thunderstorms. And believe it or not, some of the most intense lightning we have not in severe weather season in March and April and May, or the secondary season in November and December. Those afternoon showers and thunderstorms that pop up in May, June, July, August, that's where we see sometimes the most intense lightning. Did you know lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun? And very briefly, that split second, those temperatures can go to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why we say when the thunder roars, go indoors. Lightning safety, very intense. And we have loaded lightning every afternoon with those pop-up scattered showers and thunderstorms here in East Alabama. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow morning with your Saturday Day at a Glance, and I'll be back with you on Sunday and Monday mornings for the breakfast forecast for all of East Alabama. Join us back here Monday evening for EAN Local News as we'll detail the forecast for the work week ahead coming up on Monday. Another media day, a big one today, the Calhoun County Media Day with the Calhoun County Quarterback Club at the Anniston Country Club. And our man Namath Pitts was there to cover it all for you. Namath?
Thanks, John. We're at the Anniston Country Club today where the Calhoun County Football Media Day is taking place. We're going to preview 3 Calhoun County football teams that we talked with today, starting with White Plains. White Plains is entering year number 2 under Coach Blake Jennings. The Wildcats will play in 4A Region 6, which features Alexandria, Anniston, Asheville, Cherokee County, Etowah, Hokes Bluff, Aniana, and White Plains. White Plains non-region games are on the road at Talladega, at home versus Horseshoe Bend, and on the road at Cleburne County. We talked with the head coach of White Plains, Coach Blake Jennings, who talked about what people can expect to see if they watch White Plains play on a Friday night.
They're going to see a hard-nosed physical football team that is, ready to hit the field every Friday night and just, excited to play for their community, to play for White Plains, the name on their chest.
The second team that we're talking about is the Ohatchee Indians. Ohatchee enters year number 3 under Coach Chris Finley. Ohatchee plays in 3A Region 6, which features Glencoe, J.B. Pennington, Locust Fork, Ohatchee, Piedmont, Sachs, Welborn, Weaver, and Westbrook Christian. Ohatchee has 2 non-region games. They played New Hope at home and traveled to Donahoe. They also returned quarterback Jake Robertson. They returned Colby Hester, Bradley Carter in the secondary. We talked with Coach Chris Finley, who talked a little bit more about their decision to go from a running offense to a passing offense. Here's Chris Finley talking about what made him decide to change his style and air the ball out this season.
So, we really still want to have our identity of being a physical football team, a running football team. From day one, we're going to preach that we need to be able to control the line of scrimmage, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But at the same time, you need to adapt to the talent that you have, and looking at Jake and looking at some of the receiving options we've got, it makes sense to use the threats, use the weapons that we have, and if that means we can run the ball, put some guys in the box, and then spread it out and take advantage of that, then that's what we need to do.
The third team we're talking about is the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Jacksonville enters their 13th season under head coach Clint Smith. Jacksonville is moving up to Class 5A from Class 4A and will play in Class 5A Region 6. Class 5A Region 6 features Jacksonville, Center Point, Leeds, Lincoln, Moody, Springville, and St. Clair County. Jacksonville's non-region games are Etowah, Alexandria, Corner, and Anniston. We talked with Coach Clint Smith, who talked about what Jacksonville's identity will be this fall after losing quarterback Jim Ogles.
I think, of course, we'll be a little bit different looking team. Anytime you lose a talent like Jim Ogle, Kedrick Fisher, Monte Sinclair, you have to kind of go with where your experience is. And really, every year we go into the season, we're only going to be able to do what those 5 guys up front can do. And so, we're excited that they're back. Great group of guys, work hard. We'll rely heavily on them, especially at the beginning of the year till some of them young guys can get some snaps under their belt. But, what we do is going to be based off of what they can do.
That will conclude our coverage of the Calhoun County Football Media Day. We hope you have a great weekend. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us here every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube and on our website.
That's right. Just go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We hope you have a spectacular weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.